Ooh, that's a big miniature. As you say, Weaverish, what could go wrong? So I'm going to attack this square because I think he's going to advance. Yeah! I love it when I guess right. Oh, he's got regen? Ah, you suck. Crippling volley then. So he's immobilised. I'm going to move. He's attacking. So it's his 10 versus my 3. I think I might step back. Okay, he's moving again. So let's attack this space. Yes! Good times. You carefully examine the troll and discover a bag filled with gold pieces. You also find a bronze amulet cast into the shape of a bull's head. I need this later. This is in danger. Of being a perfect run. I'm going to put it in my backpack for now. Or shall I wear it? Let's wear it. Nothing happens. The amulet seems harmless. I know what it's for. You glance around the room once more and gag at the stench of the muck in the corner. You wonder if it's worth taking a second look. Search through the filth. Carefully and with a sense of regret, you begin to dig through the filth left behind by the troll. It's a slow, arduous process which yields nothing. What a waste of time. It feels like the stench is everywhere. With nothing else to do, you decide to leave. I don't think that was the School of Elemental Magic, funnily enough. Oh, I sense strong magic head. Yeah, I totally misread that section in terms of directions. You reach a junction where the path turns north through an archway held up by 2 pillars. A narrow passage also runs off to the west. That has to be the School of Elemental Magic. Surely. Surely. Okay, let's go north. This is exciting. I haven't seen this bit. Is this the eating door? You walk down the passageway and gasp at the sight you discover. Directly in your path is a large pair of wooden doors carved to look like a menacing fanged mouth. A simple sign ahead reads, "Speak the magic words." Yeah, what I said did make sense, but it just didn't... That didn't turn out to be what it meant. As soon as you begin to approach, you startle a nearby lizard. It darts off toward the doors. They spring to life as though controlled by magic. They lift and drop dangerously, and as the lizard tries to zip through them, the doors fall and crush it flat. I need to be smarter than that lizard, or at least think of what the words could be. Try a magic word. Dinner time! Okay. Do you know, I like the fact that because we talked to the acolyte, that wasn't like an automatic win for getting through the door. We actually had to pay attention and remember, you know, what he'd said to us. We have a bench. I'm not going to eat provisions, because when you don't eat provisions, you get 5 hit points anyway, which is almost back up to full health. And I can actually just eat provisions whenever I want. So there's sort of no disadvantage. Okay. East or west? Let's have a look and see if I recognise this corridor. I don't think I do, you know. There's a sort of magical trail eastwards. I'm going to go east. I'm feeling good about it. This is exciting. This is actually, this is a whole new part of the game for me. And this wasn't in the original book. So this is all exciting new content that Tin Man Games has added. The passage turns to the left and a wooden door trimmed in iron sits in the east wall. Various inscriptions adorn the door, but none makes any sense to you. You listen, but hear nothing. Let's try it. There's somebody in here. It's not a goblin. As you push open the door, scents of earth and grass waft towards you. You enter the room and close the door behind you, following the steps down to the room below. In the centre of the room floats a large ball of rock that glows with an ethereal energy. At the other side of the room is someone in a green robe with golden trim hunched over a bench. This must be the Master of Earth. He looks busy. Yeah, I could have not listened to the acolyte and still guessed about the clue for the door, but yeah, it's cool. Suddenly a gigantic stone hand appears and rushes to attack you. The Master of Earth turns round, annoyed. "How dare you enter Robin of Ormond's domain? Leave now or you shall regret it." Okay, I'll, you know, do I fight? Oh, I'm going to leave. Do you know what? He's not part of my quest. Hello, Mike Snoz. Welcome to the live stream. You follow the passageway to the north. At the end of it, there is a door leading northeast. The passageway also continues west. Let's go for the northeast door. Oh, is this going to be lots of different elemental masters? Oh, it is, isn't it? You open the door with some difficulty. Gusts of wind breeze past your face as you enter, and the door slams shut behind you. You enter what must be the home of a Master of Air, a sorcerer who dabbles in the arcane lore from the elemental plane of air. A tornado surrounds the room, and fire spouting from the braziers dance in the wind. A variety of papers also flutter and flap in the breeze. Perhaps a wizard such as this would know the domain of the dead. You walk over to who you assume is the Master of Air. A pet hawk is perched on her arm, and she wears a pair of fine glasses. Ask about the domain of the dead. Oh. Another would-be adventurer come to destroy Zagor. I don't really bother with adventurers, but the maze should finish you off. Unless you know anything about a bronze amulet dedicated to the cult of Barbarius, you have no business here. Cult of Bob. It's always good to have a cult of Bob. Shall I show the amulet? I don't want to lose it. You mean like this, you say, showing her the amulet. The Master of Air gasps. That's it exactly. Where on earth did you find it? Give it to me. Oh, I really want to keep it. I want to keep it. You shake your head and say that you will hold on to the amulet. The Master of Air frowns. Fine, I can't force you after all, but a word of warning. While the amulet does have a mysterious power, it can also be quite dangerous. She pauses and then looks at you. Although, perhaps you've discovered this already? No. The Master of Air quite politely but firmly requests you leave, and you take your steps down to the exit. Okay. Heading down the passageway, you find that it turns north again. Further down the passage, there's another door at the top of some stone steps. It has a large flame. It's going to be another elemental master. I'm not going to bother with them on this run. I think I might come back and deal with them when they feel a bit more relevant. Following the passageway north ends in another door. The passage veers east from here. Well, let's go through the door, because we want to get to the river. I'm keen, I'm excited. Aha! I vaguely recognise this room. No, I don't. It just looks like... I think it just looks like somewhere else. The door opens into a long, thin room with two alcoves. It is comfortably furnished with a table, several chairs, and large bookcases cover the walls. Seated at the table is an old man with a long grey beard, and squatting on the old man's shoulder is a small winged beast. The creature is no more than 2 inches tall. It has 2 arms and legs. Its skin a dusty grey colour. It has tiny, sharp white teeth, and its wings are folded behind its back. Now, this guy was in the book. And actually, in colour, you can see the imp on his shoulder much better. What a suspicious old man. I wonder if he knows anything about the location of the blood font or the mirror demon. It's Dobby! Yeah. The old man says nothing as you walk in through the door, but he beckons you over to sit down at the table. He has in his hand 2 small white objects. Okay. Oh, do I sit down as he commands? I sort of feel like this is a time for politeness. You take a seat at the table. The old man does not look up, but his devilish little pet eyes you suspiciously and starts chittering in a small, squeaky voice. The old man grunts. So, are you interested in a game? 2 gold pieces. Looks like I've got a bit of a delay on the chat. I'd really like you guys to contribute to this. So I might have to wait for some of these suggestions to come in. I'm going to take part in the old man's game. Very well, he says. Your gold first. You hand over your gold pieces. These dice are magical, says the old man. I took them from a merchant in Port Blacksand when I found he was trying to swindle me. I also took his life. He gives a wheezy chuckle. The game is simple. We start with the number 1. Then I shall roll the dice 3 times, and each time their total will increase. Your job is simple. Tell me the 5th number in the sequence. This is going to be hard. Ready? He grins and quick as a flash rolls the dice 3 times. Okay, this is definitely a good time for you guys in chat to contribute to this. So, 1, 9, 25 and 57. What is the next number in the sequence? I shall roll the dice 3 times and each time the total will increase. So 3 dice. These dice are magical. So they're obviously not... I mean, if you can go from 57 to anything over 100, they're not D6s. So you're saying they're squares. So it's 1 squared, 3 squared, 5 squared. This is my maths failing me. So 1, 3, 5. Is that 7? Is 7 by 7? No, 7 by 7 is 49. How are you getting to that? Is it because it's got to just be a square number? You're a bit lost with 57. Yeah. What is... Because 56 would be 8 squared, wouldn't it? I think. I can't remember. No, it's 54, isn't it? Is 8 squared. I don't want to blunder into 121. 121 is 11 squared. Yeah, absolutely. 64 is 8 by 8. Oh yeah, sorry, 64 is 8 by 8. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm not happy with this puzzle. I'm really not happy. 57 is the clue because it's the one that doesn't make any sense. So how else could we look at this? This could be... The big worry is that it's a typo. That is the worry, but I don't think it can be. 57, so the gap there is 8, the gap there is 14, the gap there is 54, 34. It could be Fibonacci style, which is what I'm kind of tinkering. What are you saying 8 plus 16 is 24? 25 plus 32. I don't understand. I think there's got to be a clue to do with... I shall roll the dice 3 times. Right. So we're dealing in threes. We're dealing in threes. That's the key thing. So, first time it's 1. Second time he rolls... I shall roll... We start with the number 1, okay? Then I shall roll the dice 3 times, and each time their total will increase. So on the first roll, he gets 9. On the second roll, he gets 25. So is it something to do with... Oh, we're talking about the 5th number in the sequence. Sorry, we're not talking about the... Oh no, it's the 5th number in the sequence. Sorry, I was thinking the 5th roll. Yeah, so you guys are still thinking hard in Twitch chat. I mean, 121 is a really good shout because it is 11 squared. But I just don't see where that 57 comes from. I mean, 1, 3, 5... 7 squared is 49, isn't it? That's interesting. Have you come up with a different set of maths that also leads to 121? I'm just not sure what this 8 plus 16, 25 plus... Where's the 32 come from? Okay. Oh, hey, Pascal's triangle. What's that? I haven't heard of that. So one. So is it? If it was 1 plus thing, then the second number would be 8, which is 2 squared. No, 2 cubed. 2 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8 plus that. Then it would be 3 cubed. Oh, right. Snooker ball triangle is Pascal's triangle. Okay. What's 3 cubed? 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. Which is 25. And then what would the next one be? 4 cubed is 4 by 4, which is 16. Times 4 is 64. Which would be minus 7 to get to that. I feel like the answer's so close. 7. So you're saying sort of like the square of odd numbers, but 57 is 8 more than it should be. Yeah, absolutely. It is. I'm getting to the point I almost just want to take a guess. I just want to take a punt on it. But what we've got here is we've got squares that are slightly less than squares. So maybe I should go for 118. Do you know what I mean? Screw it. Too bad, says the old man with a smile as he scoops up his dice. It seems you're not as clever as you first thought. Perhaps I'll see you deeper within the mountain. He shuffles over to the bookshelves, touches a book and vanishes through a secret doorway that opens for him. Sorry guys, I had to guess. I'm too impulsive. At least he didn't kill us, which is what I thought was going to happen if we got it wrong. He's going to appear later in the game, isn't he? And I'm going to have to do this again. Oh, it's the room with stars. I remember this from the book. So Pascal's triangle is where you add the values of the 2 balls above to make the value of the current ball. So peak is 1, next row is a value 2, next row is... Yeah. You find yourself in a large square room. The room is completely bare. The room is completely bare, but the floor is covered in a mosaic of tiles. 2 shapes stand out on the floor, star-shaped tiles and hand-shaped tiles. Your keen eye notices that some of the stars have scuff marks on them. A door on the opposite wall is the only way through. Okay, so does the scuff marks mean you should step on them, or does the scuff marks mean a trap? Because this is where I got the lever puzzle wrong before. I'm going to step only on stars, because they're scuffed. Yay! And we get an achievement. Safely navigate the tiled room. Good. Right. You soon arrive at a junction. Do we head west or head north? I'm going to head north. You continue north until you reach a junction. Do you enter the door to the north or follow the steps leading northwest? Okay, what do you reckon, guys? We've got a set of steps going up here into a sort of towery thing, or we have a door which is pretty much due north, which I suspect is going to take us to the river, which is the midpoint of the quest. So let's have some feedback from Twitch chat. Which way do you think I should go? Up the stairs or through the door? Stairs do look very cool. This is a whole area of the game that I haven't found before. So yeah, so Weaverish, you're saying on that puzzle 1 plus 8 was 9, 9 plus 16 was 25. Just clarify for me though, where does the 16 come from? Because that's the bit I'm not clear on. Okay, so we've got to vote here for steps. Let's go up the steps. You suddenly hear the rushing of water in the distance. You have a feeling that you are moving into a new section of the mountain. After a long climb, you reach the top of the stone steps. The air feels damp and you have to be careful not to lose your footing on the wet stone. A sandy path lies before you. Oh no, we're at the river anyway. Okay. The path opens into a chamber, also covered in sand. It appears a little more than a junction in the tunnels. There are 2 possible exits here. one leading to what seems to be a cave in the southwest, and a passageway leading to the northeast. There is also a small alcove to the west, but it appears blocked by a solid rock wall. Looking closer, your keen eye spots that there is a secret door hidden in the rock, but there is no way to open it from this side. So I think that is one of the other ways we could have come to here. So, again, feedback from Twitch chat. Should we enter the cave? Should we investigate the cave while we're here? Or should we just head to the river? I suspect you guys are going to want to go in the cave, but I'm happy to bow to your judgment. As long as you don't get me killed. Yeah, Weaverish, I'm with you. You're saying finding patterns that are not there is one of my gifts. I really like number sequence patterns. And it's frustrating me that I can't figure that one out. But I'm kind of aware that I'm here on a quest. I'm not here to do maths puzzles. I think that's why I just got impatient and guessed it in the end. What's really interesting, of course, is that in the original book, you would have actually turned to the page that the guy was saying, you know, you choose your answer and turn to that page. You enter a small dry cave. The floor is covered with sand and the walls are thick with cobwebs. 2 fire-top spiders skitter down from the wall and approach, ready to attack. This is you guys that have done this. Okay, spiders. I love the miniatures for the spiders. I actually was going to buy some miniatures a few years ago that looked like this. I didn't in the end because I got behind with my painting. Right, he's attacking again, so let's fight. And we're clashing. It's my 10 versus his 6 plus. He's got to roll better than that. Come on. So he's moving, so let's attack there. That one's attacking. Good chance for a crippling volley. There we go. I am definitely learning the sequences for some of these monsters. So what do I get? You finish off the fire-top spiders and they collapse to the ground with a horrific shriek. Their legs curl up and they finally lie still. The only thing within the fire-top spider's nest of interest is a rather sinister-looking niche covered in thick webbing. Investigate the webbed niche. You approach the small niche and begin to enter. Oh, I've found another sudden death. You approach the small niche and begin to enter. The sticky webbing starts to cling to you as soon as you touch it. Slowly and awkwardly you wander deep into the cave, failing to notice the shining eyes behind you. There is a small brief sting and you drift off into a dreamless sleep. Certain death. Waking up, you discover that you have been wrapped in a cocoon. Struggling to free yourself, you discover you are unable to move. As you attempt to move your head, you see the corpse of another unfortunate adventurer. You are filled with a nauseous feeling of dread. Without warning, the body bursts open and thousands of small spiders swarm out, heading straight towards their latest meal. All you can do is scream in agony as they begin to feed on you. Soon you cannot even do that as they fill your mouth. Your last memory is of spiders feeding on you and the burning pain of 1,000 bites. Your adventure ends here. Oh dear, it looks like the mountain has claimed yet another victim. Yes, I want my hero to be resurrected. That was technically your guys' fault. It's also partly my fault because having done the area with the spiders in, I should have known not to investigate webs. Anyway, where are we? Do you know what? We're gonna have a chance for another guess at that maths puzzle. Let's not talk to the. Let's not talk to him. Let's not talk to her. Oh, I didn't mean to go in here. There is no doubt that you have entered the home of a master of fire. A large flaming sphere writhes in the centre of the room, clearly the source of the master's power. Suddenly, 2 huge creatures pound towards you. They are monstrous lizard-like beasts, their scales shining and shimmering from all the flames across their bodies. They sweep their huge tails left and right, knocking over pots and spellbooks. These are salamanders, creatures constructed entirely from fire magic. Okay. Oh, there's a wizard in here. I'm hoping that he's going to be on my side. Ah, these ones have reach. Ouch, I'm burned. Ouch. Right, let's try attacking again. All right. Okay, so he's going to attack. I think I'm going to have to hit him, otherwise I'm going to get burned, aren't I? Oh. Not my day. There we go. Come on. Win this roll. Win this roll. No! Okay, that could have gone a lot better. 10 stamina I lost in that fight. Ugh, so much for my perfect run. You apologise for slaying the Acolyte's pet, but remind him that it was purely in self-defence. He brightens at your response. Ah, no harm done. I'll soon be able to resurrect them. Quite durable, salamanders are. Tell you what, I'll give you this fire vial for your trouble. Useful for alchemy. He gives you a small vial filled with a shining red liquid, then wags a finger, chiding you. However, perhaps this experience will teach you something about barging into places unannounced. I know about that. You think of asking the Master of Fire a question about your quest, and then glance again at the flaming sphere. This is a man of great power, and you have already displeased him greatly. You decide to leave him and head back down the steps to the exit. Fire vial could come in handy. Right, so this is where you guys need to rack your brains again and think about this maths puzzle. What are we deciding? 121? We've got a completely different set of numbers this time. So it's the 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. These are squares. This feels a bit more straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6, 36. This one's much more straightforward. Dear. It's interesting that it says your job is to tell me the 5th number in the sequence. And actually what we're doing is telling him the 6th number in the sequence. I wonder if the game has given me an easier maths puzzle because it knows I got the last one wrong. I feel like I'm being patted on the head by Tin Man Games. Yeah, Commander Wotherspoon thinks the same thing. Oh well. Correct, grumbles the old man, sweeping up the dice and pocketing them in his hand. He throws you a bag of gold pieces, your winnings. 10 gold pieces. All right, you've had your fun. The old man seems almost most displeased. If you're so clever, then perhaps I'll see you deeper within the mountain. He shuffles over to the bookshelf, touches a book, and vanishes through a secret doorway that opens for him. Oh, another achievement. I like achievements. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a bit of an achievement whore when it comes to games. I actually like nothing better, particularly if I really love a game. I really like getting 100% on the achievements for it. So I have a few games in my Steam collection that I have 100% on. I have a few games on the PlayStation 3 that I have 100% achievements for. Mike, I do love the achievements in Steam. I was kind of joking with somebody about, we were talking about whether I should get like Elite Dangerous, whether I should get a Steam key for it and port my Frontier one over, and people are saying, oh no, don't get Elite Dangerous on Steam because then you're sharing, sales with Frontier or whatever. And then it's like, yeah, but does the Steam version have achievements? You guys wanted to go up the steps, so we'll go up the steps. So yeah, there are a few games that I have got 100% achievements on Steam. Chroma Squad being one of them. I'm very close to 100% on a game called Farabelle, which is a turn-based strategy game, which I recommend anybody plays because. Well, Mike, you're saying do not explore the web. I don't even think I should go in the cave and fight the spiders. Because I can't... Did I get something for it? I can't remember... I can't remember getting anything for fighting the spiders other than the satisfaction. Yeah. Let's just go to the river. The passage runs northwards, and ahead you can hear the splashing of an underground river. The air becomes cool and fresh. You soon reach a wide opening of a riverbank where the water churns as it passes between an unevenly spaced line of rocks that look like they might reach across to the other side. Interesting. As you are looking at the underground river, your keen eye notices some subtle movement beneath the sand. Perhaps it was just the wind, but you don't feel a draft. I am definitely resting. I am definitely eating some provisions. Why isn't it giving me the chance to eat provisions? This feels like a trap. I'm just going to cautiously eat some provisions before I sit down. No, okay. Okay, fine. As you get ready to leave, you notice a movement in the sand a couple of metres to your left. The movement becomes quite turbulent, and you spring to your feet, weapon at the ready. Suddenly, a large tubular head breaks through the surface, twists around in the air, and picks up your scent. The smooth, segmented body of a giant sandworm rears up and sways over in your direction. As it does so, a large orifice with short spiky teeth opens in what must be its head. Again, there is a rumbling underfoot, and two more sandworms emerge from the ground. Do battle. Yeah, I'm glad I ate some provisions. I knew this would happen. Oh, that's a big un. I've not seen a sandworm that size before. This is going to hurt either way, isn't it? Shall I just take one? I'm going to take the damage and just take one out. Oh no, I've got to fight for it. Thankfully, their skill is very low. Right, he's attacking, he's moving. So I'm going to attack this space because I get lots of damage for it. 10v8. Yes. Yes. Good rolls. Attacking again. Oh, it pushed me. He's attacking again. Dare I move? I'm going to move. Discretion being the better part of valour. Oh, he's got reach. He's attacking again. Let's move. Okay. It's a clash. 10v... I think this one's quite low. So he's moving, he's attacking. I don't think I can avoid being hit from where I am. Oh, 4 stamina left and he's attacking again. Let's do this. Yes! Yes! Weaverish, you may post a link about Elite Dangerous achievements. I'm more than happy for you to do that. Thank you for asking that. That's very polite. I'm obviously not accustomed to people in Twitch chat asking to do stuff. There appears to be 2 ways you can go from here. You could either try to cross the river using the irregularly spaced rocks as stepping stones, or you could jump into the river and continue on your way by swimming downstream. Ah, Elite Dangerous, the hardest game completion ever. I'm gonna bookmark that and take a look at it. Yeah, I have to say, I kind of imagine that the achievements for Elite Dangerous are pretty difficult. I've been looking at a website called ED Board, which is kind of like a personal commander logging thing. And that has its own achievements. And some of those are still pretty hard. There's things like... I can't even remember what they are. But they're pretty tough in their own right. Let's. I'm going to eat some more food because I think something is about to go badly wrong. Because I'm down to 4 stamina. In fact, I might even eat some more. Forget. Do you know what? They're there to be eaten. Let's just get back up to 16 health. So, Mike, you think stepping stones could be a lure? I think wading into the stream will get us to swim downstream to where the boat is to cross. I'm not convinced you can cross the river at this point in the book, but maybe there is something on the other side which I've never seen. But actually, Krea's special quest she needs to go on is down by the boat. So I think, because a lot of you haven't seen that bit, so I think actually I need to make the decision to go down the water. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to continue watching the series, please click on the next episode or click on the subscribe icon. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon.